St. Joseph's College for Women Autonomous, Vishakhapatnam, Department of English welcomes you to the online course on Professional Communication in Practice. In the previous module, you have seen corporate and entrepreneurial communication, and in this module, we are going to look at legal and courtroom communication by Dr. Tonya Grace, Assistant Professor, Department of English. In this session, we will look at ethical considerations and confidentiality in legal communication. By the end of this topic, learners will be able to understand ethical principles in legal communication, learn the importance of confidentiality in law, identify responsibilities of legal professionals, recognize ethical issues in communication, avoid unethical practices, and demonstrate professionalism in legal work. So let me introduce the topic. Legal communication must follow ethical standards and confidentiality rules. When we say ethical legal communication, it means communicating honestly, responsibly, and professionally while respecting the law, clients, courts, and society. Lawyers and legal professionals must follow moral principles and professional codes while speaking, writing, advising, and representing others. Ethics and confidentiality helps maintain trust, ensures justice, protects legal rights, and builds professional reputation. Now let's look at the meaning of legal ethics. Legal ethics refers to moral principles and professional standards to be followed by lawyers. It includes honesty, integrity, fairness, responsibility, and professional conduct. When we say honesty, legal professionals must not misrepresent facts. They must not suppress evidence, and they're not supposed to mislead clients, courts, or opponents. All communication should be accurate and fair. And when we say integrity, the lawyers must maintain dignity in language, avoid abusive, threatening, or manipulative communication, respect judges, clients, witnesses, and opponents. Professional tone strengthens credibility. And when we say fairness, it requires avoiding representation that compromises loyalty, and disclosure of personal or professional interests should be avoided. And responsibility, it demands a lawyer to communicate only after proper understanding of the law and give clear and informed advice, avoiding careless or confusing communication. And professional conduct, it relates to avoiding information the client informing the client if any conflict arises. So the lawyers must inform clients about options, not impose personal opinions, and allow clients to make informed decisions. Communication should empower and not control. For example, a lawyer must present true facts in court without misleading the judge. Now let's look at the importance of ethics in legal communication. Ethics ensures fair justice, professional behavior, trust between lawyer and client, respect for court and law, and proper legal practice. Without ethics, the legal system loses credibility. In this slide, we are going to look at the confidentiality in legal communication. Confidentiality means protecting client information and not sharing it without permission. Lawyers must keep client information private. They must avoid sharing case details, protect documents and records, and maintain secrecy even after the case ends. So, um, they should avoid discussing cases in public places and use safe digital communication in order to store files securely. Without confidentiality, clients may hide facts and weaken justice. Confidentiality, as we have seen in the previous slide, it helps to build trust between lawyer and client, and it encourages clients to speak honestly, protect client rights, maintain professional integrity, and it ensures proper legal representation. Let us now look at the ethical duties of lawyers. Lawyers must be honest with client and court, and should maintain confidentiality, avoid conflicts of interest, provide correct legal advice, and respect professional boundaries. For example, a lawyer should not represent two opposing clients in the same case. Let us now look at communication ethics with clients. Lawyers must provide true information. They should not make false promises. They must respect client privacy, use simple and clear language, inform about case progress, and they should not disclose information of the client without his or her permission. And they can disclose information only when required by law in order to prevent serious harm or crime. Otherwise, secrecy must be maintained. And also, for example, a lawyer must not guarantee winning a case. Now let's look at how the documents should be handled in a confidential manner. Legal professionals must keep files secure and use passwords for digital data. Avoid sharing documents publicly, store records safely, and dispose documents carefully. Especially in this era of modern communication with technology, lawyers must protect emails and the data, and they should avoid social media discussion of cases and prevent hacking or unauthorized access. Let us now look at the consequences of unethical communication. Consequences of ethical violations, they're very pretty serious. Unethical behavior can lead to loss of client trust, professional misconduct charges, cancellation of license, legal penalties, and also it causes a lot of damage to reputation, and the case also may be damaged. The lawyer may face disciplinary action if the ethical rules are broken, and the client trust is lost, as we discussed, and legal penalties will follow. So, thus, ethics and confidentiality are professional obligations and not choices. Let us now look at the best practices for ethical legal communication. Legal professionals must maintain honesty and integrity, protect confidentiality, communicate clearly and respectfully, follow legal professional rules, continue professional learning. Now we have come almost to the end of Module 4, And as I conclude, I would like to recap the core ethical principles in legal communication. Honesty and truthfulness. All communication should be accurate and fair, and the lawyers must respect judges, clients, witnesses, and opponents. They must avoid abusive, threatening, or manipulative communication and maintain dignity in language. Professional tone strengthens credibility, and a lawyer must communicate only after proper understanding of the law and should avoid careless or confusing communication. Poor communication may harm a client's case. So give clear and informed advice. And ethical communication requires disclosure of personal or professional interest and should avoid conflict of interest, because informing the client if there is any conflict that has arisen, and avoid representation that compromises loyalty. A lawyer must inform clients about options and should not impose personal opinions and allow clients to make informed decisions. Communication should empower and not control. Lawyers must respect client autonomy, and confidentiality in legal communication protects all information shared by a client with a lawyer from unauthorized disclosure. Without confidentiality, clients may hide facts and weaken justice. So, ethical considerations and confidentiality, they're essential in legal communication as they ensure trust, professionalism, and justice in the legal system. Thus, ethics and confidentiality are professional obligations and not choices. Ethical considerations and confidentiality are the foundation of legal communication. So, a legal professional who communicates ethically and protects confidentiality strengthens both the client's rights and the judicial system. So, thank you for joining. I hope this Module 4 on legal and courtroom communication is useful for all the aspiring judges and advocates, and also for the clients. Wish you all the very best. May this help you in building your career. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.